Having the right set of skills to change a tire is vital. So today you're going to learn how. I know how to change a flat because I have had to change my flat on multiple occasions. Now most people will experience getting a flat at some point, so it is important to know what steps you need to take if that were to happen to you. Now first of all, you have to remember that safety is key. After that, pretty much you just loosen the lug nuts, you jack up your vehicle, and you add your replacement tires. Now these are the main points, but we're going to dive a little deeper into the steps that are actually involved with changing a tire. Now dmv.org does remind us that the first thing, again, to remember when changing a flat tire is safety. Safely park your vehicle onto a hard and level surface, apply the parking brake, and remove the keys from your ignition. Now, Vincent Chula at autorepair.about.com also suggests placing a piece of plywood under where the jack's going to be if your car is not parked necessarily where you would like it to be, such as on an actual pavement. So if you park your car on grass or gravel, you'll just want to lay down a piece of plywood for extra safety. Now after that, if your car is, if it has a manual transmission, you'll want to put it in the park position. If it has an automatic automatic transmission, put it in the park position. If it has a manual transmission, put it in the reverse. Sorry for the confusion there. After that, place a wheel chock or a brick diagonally opposite the tire that you're changing. So for example, if you're changing the front right tire, you'll want to place a wheel chock or a brick behind the back left tire. As an added safety step, you can go ahead and place that behind both of those tires. So now that you've secured your vehicle, it's time to go ahead and start changing your flat. Now remove your wheel cover, loosen the lug nuts, and jack up the vehicle. So if you have a wheel cover, what you'll want to do is get the pry bar that came with your car, check your owner's manual to figure out where it is, and just gently loosen the cover by going around the edges of it. Once you can, go ahead and remove it and completely. Then loosen your lug nuts by using a lug wrench, which also should have come with your vehicle, and raise the vehicle by using a jack. Now, don't completely loosen the lug nuts yet. You do want to have them on just tight enough so that you can easily remove them when the car is raised. So after that, raise the car slowly until the tire is just touching the ground and remove those lug nuts. When the wheel's no longer raise the vehicle after that, when the wheel's no longer touching the ground, and completely remove your wheel. Now, these last series of steps involved in adding the spare tire include removing the flat tire, place the replacement tire on the wheel hub, and then tighten your lug nuts by hand. And you'll want to continue to do this until those lug nuts are on there tightly enough for your tire to stay on the wheel hub completely without your support. After that, lower your jack enough for the wheel again to just barely touch the ground, and go ahead and tighten your lug nuts and in a pattern so that when one lug nut is tightened, you're tightening the opposite lug nut. So, for example, if you had 5 lug nuts, you would be doing this in a star-shaped pattern. Eric Baxter at auto.howstuffworks.com explains that this is done to make sure that you're applying even pressure to the wheel. If this is done improperly, it actually can result, one of the worst case scenarios, in you losing your wheel during driving. That happened to me once when I let a friend of mine go ahead and replace my flat tire. So again, go ahead and make sure everything is done properly and safely, and apply even pressure. So once you've done that, go ahead and completely lower your vehicle and give the lug nuts a final tightening. I'm sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties here. Okay, let's recap the steps so that you can remember the basics if you ever need, or if you ever lose your tire. So we talked about the following things. We talked about, first of all, just safely parking your car and safely jacking your car. Again, you remove your old tire by loosening the lug nuts with a lug wrench that should have come with your vehicle. If you don't have one, make sure that you go out and make that purchase. After that, you tighten the lug nuts and you steadily lower the car. So I'm going to quote with Christopher Niger from his July 25th, 2008 CNN article, How to Change a Tire in 5 Easy Steps. The spare tire is not designed to go as fast nor as far as regular tires. Replace your spare tire with a permanent one as soon as you can so that you can safely get back on the road. Thanks, guys, for listening.